This is take 3. Hopefully this works this time. Yeah. Comics. Twiglets. There's a light there. There's a half-drunk, orange tango. Damn. And now, you just need to wait around for someone to join. And someone has joined! We have 1 viewer. We have 2 viewers. Woohoo! Basically, you got anything to ask me? Anything you want to ask me? 3 viewers now. What's up? It's all Gucci. It's all good. Yeah. So let's get this show under the way. I'm gonna take the first few minutes to, you know, I'm gonna take the first few minutes to, you know, kind of answer questions, look at the chat, and I'm gonna get into the comic reviews. I'm probably gonna take a break after each one to look at the chat as well, and see how this goes. To the people watching, share this stream, share it around. Yeah. Also, if you're not already following me on Instagram, cheap plug, it's in the channel description. Yeah. So, I'm gonna start off with a little quick story, and this is something that happened during my break as well. So I check Snapchat, as I usually do, and some stranger that I've never met, that I didn't even recognize the name of, had added me as a friend on Snapchat. And so I ask, how do you know me? How do you know who I am? What's this? And she said, I'm a fan of the channel. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. I find you funny, and blah blah blah. I was like, yeah. So why did you add me on Snapchat? That's not one of the advertised social medias that I advertise. I don't have a Snapchat link. Yes, it's the same as my Instagram, but still I don't advertise it because I don't want people adding me on Snapchat. It's weird. Can't do it. But basically, we have about an hour-long conversation. I end up asking this girl, why did you add me on Snapchat? And she's like, don't take this in a creepy way, but I'm horny. And I was like, no, fuck off, I'm deleting you. You're probably a bot. But this is just a little mention. Don't add me on Snapchat and don't be a creep. Because it's weird. I don't like it. No. And also, we're on 5 viewers at the moment. This is... Well, it's not that crazy. But, come on, 5 viewers. Come on. Seeing as my last time I tried to stream, it got like 2. And now I'm on 5. This is bonkers. Do a Fortnite dance. No thanks. not today. Nah. Sorry, Noah. Not today. So I think we got enough people watching so that I can start these reviews. Starting off, I'm probably going to do them in alphabetical order today because heck, it's different. Boy. He knows my gender. Yeah, so starting off, we got Black Panther issue number 6, and this arc is confusing me. It is really confusing me. Yeah, we basically have this guy, Najadaka, who is approaching the Panther god of the Wakandan race. And they end up having a fight. He ends up killing this Egyptian god, this Panther god, and takes her power. That is the essentials of what happens in here. And it's kind of weird, because this is the end of the story arc. We kind of haven't had an arc. The arc hasn't really wrapped up with the ending of the story arc, which I get that Ta-Nehisi Coates wants to make this a longer running arc, but it's kind of weird how we're at issue 6 and the main hero and the main villain haven't met yet. That's kind of weird. But anyway, apart from that, really enjoying this. We had a new artist on this issue, which I don't know if I'm a fan of or not. Not gonna lie. The art in here did seem a bit too simple for my liking, but heck, that's just my opinion. Alright, so now I'm going to take the next couple minutes to just look at the chat, respond to any comments or anything. And yeah. So you got any questions for me, just fire away. Might as well get my snack on as well. Do a boy eats again. Alright. Boy eats Twiglets. Here we go. Nice. Yeah. I always feel like Twiglets are the snack that people eat when there's no other snack around. Alright, like, they're never the go-to. 7 viewers now. 6. Damn. Not a fan of Twiglets, apparently. But yeah. This is actually... It's actually pretty good. It's actually a success. Like, apparently a lot of people are leaving now because I've gone away from the comics and I've started just eating Twiglets. But yeah, basically any comments you got, just fire away. Any questions for me, just, you know, sound off. Until then, Captain America number 5. This was alright. It follows on from where the last issue left off. Captain America is in the middle of a big knockdown drag-out fight with Taskmaster. I really am a fan of how in this Taskmaster is played off really seriously and he's a big credible threat. But in Spider-Man he's kind of played for a laugh. I definitely prefer when Taskmaster is a credible threat because he just looks like, you know, a credible threat. My posting day for YouTube is, you know, mostly I do Thursdays and Saturdays, but who knows? Sometimes I post every day, sometimes I don't. Just depends when I'm wanting to post, you know? But anyway, I prefer Taskmaster when he's played off as a more credible threat because he just looks threatening. We also have Selene in this issue. This whole thing that happens on the cover doesn't happen in the book. The fight with Selene is essentially, there, I've shot you on your shield, and deflects and then run away. But we do have a good twist at the end where the main villain of this arc, Alexander Lukin's wife, is essentially trying to resurrect her husband. She succeeds in doing this, but whilst resurrecting her husband, she also resurrects the Red Skull, which is interesting. It's going to be good to see how that happens moving forward. Yeah, I got again another couple minutes. Just sound off in the comments. Just sound off in the comments. Boys in the background. What? Oh yeah. On my I don't know why that's there. I was meant to put Christmas Boys, and then, you know, just came out as Boys. Finally can chat now. Phone wouldn't let me before. Yep. I know. And yeah, I finally have a phone. What the fuck's that all about? Well, I mean, I say I finally have a phone. Yeah. But yeah, I can do stuff now. I have freedom. You know? It's funny, as soon as you say a phone that the stream fucking disconnects. And then, yeah. Up next, Daredevil. Daredevil issue 611. I'm not enjoying this arc. I did not enjoy this arc. The conclusion, I loved. This issue felt a little rushed for me. We basically have Daredevil. He's being chased by Stiltman, who is a ridiculous villain, by the way. And he gets cornered and trapped by several other of his most notable villains. Akari, Ten Fingers, Electro, Typhoid Mary, and Claw, and Gladiator. He ends up beating them pretty easily, and then he ends up fighting Bullseye on a rooftop. He gets shot, gets pretty bloodied and beaten up, and yeah, he gets pretty bloodied and beaten up. Then his brother Mike Murdock shows up and saves his life. Didn't enjoy this because it feels like there's not much tension, there's not much of actual fear, but and for a story arc that's called The Death of Daredevil, it feels like there should definitely be more tension there. Also, we also already know that even if Daredevil does die, he's come back anyway, because his new series has just been announced. Been written by Chip Zdarsky, which, you know, I don't know if I want Chip Zdarsky to write Daredevil. Really. I mean, I don't want my least favourite writer writing my favourite character, if that makes sense. Up next we got Daredevil, issue 612. This was much better. This is the conclusion that I want, because we are revealed that all of this past story arc is a dream that Matt Murdock is having on the operating table. There is no redemption story for Mike Murdock. There's no big fight against Vigil. There's no big fight against all the other villains. There's no one final intimate moment with Elektra. None of that happens. There's just him on an operating table about to die. And when he does die, he doesn't see darkness. He sees Karen Page, who's saying, "Don't beat yourself up. You did the best you could." And he walks into the light and he says, I I cannot see the light, so I will be the light. I am Daredevil, and I am not afraid. And when I read that, I fucking burst into tears. Like, seriously. As much as I didn't like this run, this conclusion felt good. It felt solid, and it felt like we'd worked for something. It felt like a conclusion that we actually wanted to see. So yeah, really liked this, and I can only hope that Chip Zdarsky's run is anywhere close to that level, which I hope it is. Now I'm gonna have to pause the stream for a bit. Which again is something that I cannot do. I don't know how to do. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pause the stream for a bit, take a toilet break, then I'll be right back.